If you are a skilled professional with work experience in occupations identified as in demand in Canada, this is an excellent opportunity for you to explore. The Canadian government, as I indicated, has implemented category-based rounds of invitations under the express entry system, inviting candidates who meet specific criteria to apply for permanent residence. So what are category-based rounds? In category-based express entry rounds of invitations, Canada targets candidates who qualify for a specific category established by the minister to achieve specific economic goals. Candidates are selected based on criteria such as language proficiency, work experience in specific occupations, and education. So for categories chosen for 2023, we have six categories. Number one, French language proficiency, then health care occupations, science, technology, engineering, and math STEM occupations. Then we have three more categories: trade occupations, transport occupations, and agriculture and agri-food occupations. So who is eligible to apply under the category-based programs? So to be eligible for an invitation through a category-based round, you must meet specific requirements outlined in the instructions for that specific round. And we break down all these for your understanding. For French language proficiency, you must have French language test result with a minimum score of 7 in all 4 language abilities on the French test, the official test. For healthcare occupations, you must have at least 6 months of continuous work experience within the past 3 years in a single healthcare occupation listed in the occupation list, and we'll discuss that in a bit. Same goes with the STEM occupations, 6 months of experience, continuous work experience within the past 3 years. And so is the case with trade occupations, transport occupations, and agriculture and agri-food occupations. So how do you participate in category-based draws? Very simple. If you meet the eligibility criteria for any of these categories, it is recommended that you create your express entry profile to be considered in the upcoming express entry draws. So if you don't have an express entry profile as of yet, or if you had one and it got expired and you have experience in one of those occupations as identified by the Minister of Immigration, I implore you to create your express entry profile now, because you may stand a chance to be considered under the category-based draws. The regular draws are still going to happen, as we saw in the last draw, the draw before the last draw, where people across the board were invited under the Canada Experience Class, Federal Skilled Worker Program, and the Federal Trade Class applicants. So if your occupation is not in the list, you still stand a chance under the regular draws and the Provincial Nominee Program draws as well. So create your express entry profile. That is the first step. So take the first step, and to determine your eligibility, obviously you need to log on to the website of Canadian government, or you can contact our offices as well to allow us to make an assessment of your eligibility. The criteria is the same. You need to be able to create the express entry profile. And to create the express entry profile, you need to have at least 1 year of full-time paid work experience. You need to meet the language requirement of at least 6 bands in each component of IELTS test. And you need to score 67 points on the points table. So if you have that, you will be able to enter the express entry pool. And then when category-based draw happen, and if your occupation is in the priority list, you can be considered. So in the last draw that happened, it invited health professionals, and there are a number of health professionals that are being considered. These include audiologists, chiropractors, dentists, dietitians, and nutritionists, even education counselors, general practitioners, licensed practical nurses, registered nurses, medical laboratory technologists, optometrists, so you name it, physiotherapists. So number of health-related occupations are there. And STEM occupations, we have architects, civil engineers, um, professionals related to information technology, computer engineers, computer professionals, engineering managers, so software engineers, for example, web designers. Trade occupations, we have plumbers, carpenters, cabinet makers. Transport occupations, we have aircraft assemblers, transport truck drivers, air pilots, deck officers, water transport. In agriculture, we have butchers, agricultural service contractors. So I'm not giving you the all the occupations, but there is a whole list. We have posted that on our website and on various social media channels we operate, so you can have a look, and you can also find them on the CIC, the official website of the Canadian government. So I would encourage you to look into this opportunity, and hopefully you'll be able to find a way to come to Canada under category-based skilled worker draws.